The Monster Project, 2017, directed by Victor Matthew, is a found-footage horror thriller that delves into the uneasy intersection of skepticism and the supernatural. The narrative revolves around a group of amateur filmmakers aiming to create a documentary featuring individuals who identify as real-life monsters, including vampires, werewolves, and demons. What begins as a lightweight internet endeavor soon spirals into a terrifying reality. The protagonist, Devin, is a struggling filmmaker and YouTube content creator attempting to reignite his career. After reuniting with his former friend and cameraman Jamal, Devin conceives a new project focused on interviewing people who claim to embody real monsters, capturing their stories within the confines of a dilapidated mansion. Despite his plan to present the footage as genuine and potentially viral, Devin is initially skeptical of the interviewees' claims. To enhance the project's authenticity, Devin brings on Brian, a serious Iraq War veteran grappling with PTSD, to assist with makeup and production. Brian carries the weight of his traumatic experiences and has a complex relationship with Devin's ex-girlfriend Muriel, who also becomes involved. Jamal provides comic relief as the main camera operator, documenting the behind-the-scenes action and interviews while tensions simmer between Devin and Brian due to differing motivations and perspectives. Seeking authenticity, the team puts out a casting call attracting 3 unique individuals who believe in their monstrous identities: Shiori, a reserved woman who claims to be a demon; Steven, a self-assured man identifying as a vampire; and Tanner, an edgy individual who insists he is a werewolf. To amplify the horror ambience, Devin secures the old mansion for filming, using creepy lighting and props to craft a chilling atmosphere. As the interviews unfold, Shiori reveals her distress, speaking ambiguously about possession and its effects on her psyche. In stark contrast, Steven exudes confidence as he elaborates on his vampiric rituals, and Tanner expresses aggressive paranoia, warning the crew of the dangers that await, especially with a full moon approaching. As the night progresses, bizarre occurrences disrupt the filming sessions. Camera malfunctions, audio glitches, and mysterious shadows contribute to a growing sense of dread. Initially dismissed as typical occurrences in an eerie old house, the unsettling atmosphere escalates the crew's anxiety. The behavior of the self-proclaimed monsters increasingly suggests they may not be as delusional as initially perceived, pushing the boundaries of the crew's skepticism and transforming their project into a genuine fight for survival amid a burgeoning supernatural threat. Tensions rise dramatically as Brian, plagued by PTSD, begins experiencing disturbing visions and eerie whispers. In parallel, Jamal's paranoia intensifies, compelling him to persuade Devin that a genuine threat looms over them. However, the ever-cynical Devin dismisses the warnings, driven by an insatiable desire to capture compelling content. The horror escalates abruptly when, during a break in filming, Shiori undergoes a terrifying transformation. Her eyes darken, her voice contorts, and she becomes violently possessed, speaking in demonic languages while levitating and attacking the crew. In a parallel twist, Steven becomes a vampire, using his newfound speed and strength to instill fear among the group. Simultaneously, Tanner transforms grotesquely into a werewolf under the full moon, showcasing a horrifying spectacle before the cameras. What initially began as a standard documentary morphs into a horrific struggle for survival. The once grand mansion twists into a nightmarish maze of terror. Jamal, pursued by unseen forces, meets his end off-screen. Meanwhile, Brian confronts his traumatic wartime memories as he strives to protect Muriel, whose character grows increasingly enigmatic, hinting at a profound and secretive connection to the supernatural elements surrounding them. As the remaining crew members attempt to flee the mansion, they find themselves hunted mercilessly, each creature employing unique and terrifying methods of attack. Steven glides menacingly through the shadows, preying on their fear, while possessed Shiori manipulates minds and hurls victims into the air. Tanner, in a savage display, bursts through walls and doors with brutal force, leaving chaos in his wake. A crucial moment arrives when Muriel reveals her ulterior motives to Brian. She discloses that the entire project, including the casting and choice of location, was orchestrated by a cult from which she attempted to escape. The interviews served as part of a summoning ritual, and the group unwittingly completed a rite that unleashed true darkness into the world. In a climactic showdown, Brian bravely sacrifices himself to confront the demon, leading to an explosive battle as the mansion begins to implode, symbolizing the chaos unleashed. Devin, ever the filmmaker, continues recording, determined to capture the unfolding horror even as the reality around him crumbles. The resolution offers no solace. Sporadic footage reveals glimpses of the surviving monsters lurking in the night. Muriel is seen emerging from the burning mansion, bloodied yet alive, her demeanor suggesting a possible transformation or possession, leaving the audience with a chilling sense of unresolved dread. The Monster Project culminates in a haunting final scene where new anonymously uploaded footage hints at the escape of monstrous entities and the widespread dissemination of the project's original recordings, thereby spreading fear and potentially evil into the world. This film engages with classic horror tropes, including vampires, demons, and werewolves, but offers a fresh perspective by framing these creatures through the lens of viral media and found footage realism. Through its narrative, the film delves into significant themes such as belief versus skepticism, exploitation, personal trauma, and the inherent dangers of curiosity. The protagonist, Devin, embodies society's insatiable appetite for shocking content, often disregarding ethical considerations in his quest for virality. The film's visual style, characterized by shaky handheld camera work, night vision, and surveillance-style footage, intensifies the claustrophobic ambience. The tension is carefully crafted with horror initially building in a slow and suspenseful manner before erupting into chaotic violence. This dynamic blend of practical effects, jump scares, and psychological tension serves to heighten the audience's unease. Deepening the narrative are the characters' personal struggles. Brian's PTSD serves as a stark reminder of real trauma which can prove to be as harrowing as any supernatural adversary. Muriel, whose enigmatic past and intentions unfold throughout the story, adds to the film's complexity by suggesting that the true monstrosity can exist within humanity itself. The Monster Project, 2017, is a visceral and unsettling addition to the found footage genre, effectively pushing its conventions into darker territories. By employing a documentary format to examine authentic horrors, the movie blurs the boundaries between myth and reality. As subjects reveal their true natures, the film probes the unsettling notion that monsters could be closer than we typically assume. What starts as a seemingly harmless online stunt culminates in violence, transformation, and a pervasive sense of dread, implying that the spread of evil is just beginning. A particularly tense sequence depicts a man in frantic flight through a dimly lit hallway, his heavy breathing punctuated by the terror of an unseen pursuer. In vain he screams for help while pounding on locked doors as flickering lights momentarily reveal menacing shadows. The screen suddenly cuts to black before any resolution is offered. The narrative initiates with Devon, a charismatic yet morally ambiguous aspiring filmmaker striving to revitalize his faltering YouTube channel. Ambitiously seeking viral content, he conceptualizes the Monster Project, enlisting Jamal, his dedicated cameraman and editor, alongside Brian, a quietly troubled Iraq War veteran, and Muriel, his ex-girlfriend and makeup artist, to realize his vision. Low growl startling everyone present. Her transformation leaves the crew in stunned silence, and Brian, still observing from a distance, looks increasingly alarmed. He whispers to Jamal that they should consider wrapping things up, but Jamal insists they need to film more to document the eerie experiences occurring throughout the mansion. Steven, sensing the rising tension, attempts to maintain a veneer of calm even as his unnerving tales of vampirism feel increasingly plausible amidst the strange occurrences. He explains that the energy of the mansion is intoxicating, feeding his so-called vampiric nature, and he encourages everyone to lean into the night's unsettling atmosphere. Tanner grows increasingly erratic, expressing frustration over the crew's lack of seriousness about the supernatural. He has a restless energy moving about the room like a predator, hyper-aware and tense. He warns them repeatedly about the impending full moon, insisting that it heightens instincts and brings forth the beast within. The crew, while initially entertained by the theatrics, begin to feel the weight of his erratic behavior and the mounting eeriness of the mansion. As the evening drags on and the moon rises, the mansion is filled with a sense of dread. The crew's skepticism begins to wane as they experience a series of inexplicable happenings, another flickering of lights, shadows moving just at the corner of their vision, and a chilling draft sweeping through the rooms. Devon, while still intent on filming, can't shake a growing sense of concern, especially as Tanner's agitation reaches a peak. Suddenly the atmosphere shifts dramatically. Shiori collapses, seemingly in a trance, her body twisting unnaturally while her voice resonates with an ominous power. The crew is truly fearful for the first time. In the chaos, Tanner seems to resonate with her plight, as if the growls and chants awaken something primal within him. The night spirals into turmoil, the line between performance and reality blurring as the crew grapples with the implications of what they might have awakened within the mansion's haunted walls. The experiences challenge their understanding of the supernatural and leave them questioning if the creatures they sought to explore are not only real but also something far more dangerous than they imagined. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.